Take two. So this, um, I got a soccer player here, so I don't want to. Okay, so um, he's helping me do the video, I guess. No, he's not helping. He's just kicking the ball. Okay, so this is this concept that we need to grasp. Okay, so um, recycling in the human and in the spiritual and in the physical realm are are very they're very fundamentally important. Okay, so let's try to not be just uh, out there metaphysical, because that's not gonna connect. Okay, so pure technology. Okay, down to earth. Recycling, uh, cleaning, forest management. So you have people, I was saying, people who are unemployed, who are unemployable, who maybe are on the dole, right? They're getting money. Well, imagine if they were recycling. So you have these chutes, basically. They look like mobile homes, but they're tilted, and there's a conveyor belt in there. All the garbage goes through there. You can separate it. You could do this infinitely, as well as reducing the supply of raw plastic, so that you are you're winning at both ends there. You're saving raw plastic for the future, when molecular processes are going to be much more dynamic, so we can have much better things if we simply save some of this stuff for the future. But then plastic, so like garbage, what's in your garbage? A bunch of plastic and a bunch of paper and some organic stuff. Some of it could be very bad. So you have a fan in this thing. So as you're filtering out the bad stuff, and the fan is going up, so that the fan isn't getting it on the fan, if you know what I mean. Uh, you're taking all these plastics and all this soiled paper that is not recyclable in the traditional sense, and you're turning into vapor barriers. Okay, this is very important, because you could grow stuff in the desert with vapor barriers. You can grow forests, you can grow tree lines that stop dust storms. Um, and so having this process, and then in big forests that already exist, you could have another sort of classification of people who are out there constantly making these fire breaks, just by raking up the leaves. So you're gathering all this stuff. You want to basically use everything that you've got in this most, well, usefully, And so this is the future, of basically having people part of the recycling process. Okay, so there are people who we don't value, and so they are like this thrown away thing. And then you occasionally have in your garbage, you could have some toxic elements, right? So you have to say, okay, that has a place that's separate from the vapor barrier, the sort of fostering those roots under the ground. It gets back into the metaphysical, but you have to sort of start with the physical, and then get the metabolism working there. Okay, so hope putting this all, getting the words to run. Your tongue is sort of tied, right? So that's it. Okay, so taking all this stuff, employing people who don't work, but they get money to do this recycling process, separating all the plastic, all the papers. You're ultimately you're making these little mats, like the size of a map, really. Okay, so that you're laying these down on a desert platform, these little sections, right?
Can you say
Huh?
Can you say
Well, I do these lectures.
sorry, I'm
No, it's all right. They need to know I'm human, I guess. Possible, but we're not sure. So you put these mats down, all these little mats, and you cover them with dirt out of a trench, which you fill with forest material, all this mulch, and chemistry, horticulture. This is you're getting a little bit out there as long as you're moving the mass of the process, the manifold or whatever it is, you're getting deep there. So you have to think, okay, what can people do? How can uh, leaves, like look here. Here's some leaves. I don't know if you can see those. Probably not. Okay, so can't see those. Forestry, garbage, all this stuff has all this stuff that could burn could be used in these horticultural, forestry systems. They create desirable both production and environments, or wind blocks, dust storms, as I was saying. Um, and my back scratch. It just. Okay, so this is the answer for people who are getting money for free, to have this job and it's really a job. Like if you have like that saying, that conveyor belt where the garbage is separated, that's a drunk job. Okay, you could do that while you're just having fun. Okay, or in the forestry, there's some guy who want to just they want to camp out there and they want to burn a little incense. Yeah. These you could have these jobs. You have this camera phone and you're going around and you're saying, oh, there's that the the brush, the pile of brush that needs to be cleaned up, right? And if you verify it with the camera, then you can work. Yeah. So this is the answer to it's the unified social theory and the unified architectural theory. Hopefully I can shorten that because it's a little bit of a tongue twister. Coming together. So that energy in the middle, that X right there, that is, oh, you can't see it there. Okay, so right in the middle of that cross where those two X's are, that's that infinity energy where we're harnessing energy. We're putting X and Y. So it's like this is the one in the future. That's the present and the future. The future just below Y. The present below X. So these are quite fundamentally meaningful. So that's that energy of harnessing potential. Saying, okay, we have people who could do very simple jobs, and we have material that can also do very simple jobs that we cannot waste. We cannot throw things away. We have to find this purpose and activate it. Okay, it's not going to happen until at least 2013. But to know that the map is there, that we are not wandering around. We know who's going to be out there on the map. What that intersection is going to be like. And it's just this dynamic function. So you're taking stuff from the first world where there's a lot of waste, a lot of material, a lot of vapor barriers, and taking that stuff into places where there's a lot of sun, but there's not much else. You're putting these vapor barriers down, creating forests, you're creating tree lines, potentially even grains with the vapor barriers. The thing is, if you plow next to a vapor barrier, there's a very good chance of you tearing it out. So you have to make sure that that's not even a possibility. That's why you're using these small vapor barriers. You're taking all your plastics, not recyclables, plastics and paper layered together. You're putting them in little sections, like roofing tiles. So like if you grab one roofing tile, it's not going to pull all the rest up. So this sort of in a sense, it's that unified social theory where individual sections are separated. The unified social theory and the unified architectural theory. The person and the house are not locked together in some sort of haunted way, right? They're in between. There is that energy. So you're going in between the society and the structure, and that energy right in the middle. That's it. And so we have to have these. It's you know no. So it's difficult, um, but it's utterly hopeful. So it has this element of hope, but it also has the element of justice, right? So the geographic prime case and general happiness working together in that infinity, going around there, enlightening and gathering. Awesome, huh? Okay.